The Glass Menagerie, Symbols and Themes. A presentation by Nick Saliba. First, what is a symbol? I think we talked about symbols in the third or fourth week of class, and this is from the presentation. A symbol is a person, object, or event that suggests more than its literal meaning. A literary symbol, which is what I'm going to be talking about, is a setting, character, action, object, name, or anything else in a work that maintains its literal significance while suggesting other abstract meanings. There are many symbols in the Glass Menagerie. 6 of them I'll be talking about throughout this presentation. They are the movies that Tom goes to nearly every night to seek adventure and refuge from his otherwise boring life, the fire escape that Tom not only uses for smoking but also uses to enter and exit the house, the alcohol that Tom drinks quite often, which is a symbol that links him to his father, the Victrola that Laura listens to in an attempt to escape to her fantasy world, the Glass Menagerie that is frail and delicate, just like Laura, finally the unicorn that with its horn is a freak, just like Laura is with her brace. Tom not only wants to get out of the house, but he wants to get away from his burdens, and so he goes to the movies alone. As he describes it, the movies give him a sense of adventure and release from his unpleasant reality. When confronted about going to the movies from his mother Amanda, he says this: "I go to the movies because I like adventure. Adventure is something I don't have much of at work, so I go to the movies." Escape. In the last moments of the play, Tom speaks to the audience. "I left St. Louis. I descended the steps of the fire escape for a last time, and followed, from then on, in my father's footsteps, attempting to find in motion what was lost in space." Tom keeps hanging out on the fire escape, partly because of the smoking, but really because of the escape. This is foreshadowing. It is a stairway that is meant to be used to flee a crisis, and Tom finds it to be one of his favorite places to be in the apartment. Not only that, but he routinely used it as an exit rather than a front door. This shows his desire to escape the apartment, and it foreshadows his ultimate decision to do so. You might have noticed that Amanda has an issue with alcohol. She refuses to let Tom drink. She needs to ensure that Jim doesn't, and she mentions briefly that her irresponsible husband used to. Alcohol also ends up being a connection between Tom and his father. They both drink. Amanda doesn't like Tom taking after his ways, and we know this means that Tom will, like his father, eventually abandon the family as well. Victrola. The Victrola is quite a simple symbol, playing a part of her escape from reality. When Laura plays a record on it, she does not do so merely for enjoyment or to add a mood to the room, but often does so at times deemed inappropriate by her mother. This is because Laura listens to her music for comfort and release from the pressures she is under in her life. The Glass Menagerie. The Glass Menagerie is frail and delicate, just as Laura. This fragility is manifested physically in the glass, as Laura says, "If you breathe, it breaks." L.M. Domina talks about how lost Laura is in her own fantasy world. Domina insists that Laura has more in common with the Glass Menagerie than she does with any of the other human characters. She says in her critical article on the play The Glass Menagerie, her Glass Menagerie, which gives the play its title, resembles Laura in disturbingly accurate detail. Even the stage directions instruct us to interpret Laura as more similar to these delicate glass objects than to any of the other human characters. Glass Unicorn. The unicorn is probably the most important symbol in the play. When Laura talks about the unicorn, she reveals that it is her favorite glass animal, that it is unique from all the other horses because of its horn. When she's dancing with Jim, and Jim knocks the unicorn off the table, she says to him, "Horn, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise." Not that Laura has a horn, but she really is different from most girls, as Jim recognizes. Part of what separates her from the pack is her shyness. So when Jim makes her dance with him, and the horn breaks off the unicorn, Laura calls it a blessing in disguise. She is being made a normal person, because the horn is like the brace. Get it? John Mason Brown talks about the strong symbolism that the unicorn represents. Brown states that Laura's brace for her leg is like the unicorn's horn. In an overstressed moment of symbolism, Mr. Williams insists that, because of her deformity, she is as out of place among her healthy contemporaries as is the glass unicorn in her menagerie among the commoner animals. Laura's brace makes her awkward and odd and out of place among her peers. The unicorn's horn makes it a freak as well, compared to the glass horses that surround it. To sum up the symbols that we've gone over, the 6 that I've chosen as the most important were the movies that Tom frequently goes to escape and seek adventure, the fire escape that Tom uses to smoke, to leave, to enter, and ultimately to escape, the alcohol, which is a big connection between Tom and his father, the Victrola that Laura uses to escape to her fantasy, the Glass Menagerie, which is as frail and delicate as Laura, and the unicorn, with its horn, is a freak just like Laura is with her brace. And these are the references I used. From the packet, there's L.M. Domina, Drama for Students, and John Mason Brown. And then Tennessee Williams is the play itself. Hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thank you very much.